Okay. So imagine like if you want to start a company. Okay, let's say if any online website, or you can say in a traditional way, that what would you need to do if you want to start any company. Okay, so firstly you would need to come buy a physical server. Okay, if you are going to, let me write here. Okay, let's say we are going to start any company. Okay, so we will see what was the traditional architecture before. Okay, so let's say we have some online shopping website. So for this online shopping website, what are the requirements? What you should have? Okay, you should have, firstly, the first thing is you would need to buy a physical server. Okay, the first requirement is you would need to buy a physical server. Okay, which which you can say it will cost you. Okay, it will cost you around thousands of dollars, because the server is not cheap. Okay, so you, and not only one server, you need to buy multiple servers for multiple different purposes. You can say you have to buy multiple servers for different purposes. Okay, then second requirement is what? You need a room. Okay, you need a room where you will install these servers. Okay, so you need to have a space. Okay, you can say it as data centers. Okay, you will need to have a space where you will install these servers, and these that room will be called as data centers. Okay, because servers generate a lot of heat, and you need a cooling system, so that and the constant electricity and security, all these things are needed. So you will install a data center. Okay, then the third requirement is what? You need to hire a IT staff. Okay, you need to hire a staff that would manage all these things. Okay, because server needs to run 24/7. Okay, server needs to be in a running condition 24/7. Okay, so you need to hire a IT staff. Some person will be required to manage these servers. Okay, the third requirement. After that, the next thing is you need to buy a software license. Okay, you need to buy a software license. Then networking equipment, such as like routers. Okay, routers, switches, storage devices, or backup systems. So you must buy some softwares or hardware devices. Okay, other than these physical servers. So software license is required. Okay, or some hardware devices. Okay, so I'm just writing in short, soft hardware devices. Okay, so this was the fourth requirement. Okay, let's say these four are, like, I am taking these four as main thing which is required if I want to open this website for customers. Okay, so we need firstly physical server, then we have seen the second is data centers, then we need to have some people to manage these servers, which I have told as IT staff. Then we should have some licensed software which is required for to host this website, and some hardware devices to manage, like networks. Okay, networking equipment is required. Okay, so now what you will say, all these things are expensive. If you want to simply um, install if you want to simply host a website for, let's say, only 1,000 customers per day. Okay, you have installed all these things, and your target is that your website can only handle, or your server can only handle 1,000 customers per day. Okay, but the situation comes like in a sale day, or some peak festival day. At that time, let's say 10,000 customers has customer came to visit your website. Okay, so in that case what will happen, as your server capacity was to handle only 1000 customers, but suddenly your traffic was like 10,000 customers. Okay, the network has a traffic of 10,000 servers, so sorry, 10,000 customers, so server can't handle it. Okay, either server will crash, or you can say website will go down. Okay, in that in this way you cannot run your business. Okay, the customers which will who will visit your website, if the website will not work, what you will do next time? You are going to visit that website? No, na. If let's say you are visiting any website, and if this is not working properly, or server always goes down, then in that case what happens? You don't visit that website. Okay, so what, in this situation, what the owner should do? Either owner can again buy the servers, okay, up to maximum capacity. Okay, so let's say the owner has increased the capacity of server for 10,000 people. Okay, for 10,000 customers, because he has seen that at the peak time, or at the festival time, or at the sale time, the customers were 10,000. So the server was not prepared to handle 10,000 server. So what owner has done? He has increased the capacity, increased the capacity by for 10,000 people. Okay, for 10,000 people, he has purchased some extra servers, he has installed some other data centers, he has uh, hired some more IT staff. Okay, so he has done everything to increase his business. Okay, so after that, what he has seen, after the sale day is over, or after the festival is over, again the visit of customer on his website is decreased to, again, let's say earlier it was 1000, so let's say it was decreased to 2000. Okay, some customer may increase, na. So let's say the customer has came to 2000. Okay, 2000 customer is now visiting his website per day. Okay, but what is the disadvantage? He has purchased the server for 10,000 per day. Okay, but now the servers are unused. Okay, because only 2,000 customers are there to visit the website per day. So the servers, extra servers, whatever he has installed, that is waste, na. The data centers which has been installed, he is paying the electricity bill, he is paying for the staff he has hired. Okay, and he is also maintaining each and every device, because if you are installing something, if you are having servers, so you have to maintain it also. Okay, the regular maintenance is also required. Okay, just like if any system you have, like if you have mobile phone, or if you have some devices, so the regular maintenance is required, na. So in a similar way, here also the maintenance is required. So he's paying for everything, but he is not getting any profit. Okay, so seeing this type of situation, this was what we call traditional architecture. Okay, this is called traditional architecture. Okay, I think I have written this two times. Okay, so this was traditional architecture, in which if any person wants to open a business, he has to do all these things. Okay, but the problem was, firstly, the cost problem. What was the problem? Let me list down that also. Problems from the traditional architecture was, first, the cost. As he is paying so much, he is spending lakhs and crores on the servers, on the data centers, on the staff he had hired, but in return he is not getting that much of profit. Okay, then second thing is time consuming. Okay, time consuming because installing these servers may take weeks or months. Okay, because these are very big servers, so installing these servers physically, it may take 3 to 4 weeks, or you can say months. Okay, so it is time consuming task. Then the third problem, you can say the wastage of resources, as the capacity was for 10,000 but the people visiting are only 2,000. So the wastage of resources is happening here. Okay, wastage of resources. Okay, the third problem was wastage of resources. Next, the maintenance headache. Okay, you can say maintenance headache because you have installed servers, so you need to maintain it. Okay, server may break down, or some server needs some software needs updates. Okay, so you have staff that is working 24/7 to run this server. Okay, so in this, the problem was maintenance maintenance headache. Okay, now the last problem, you can say the scaling problem. Okay, what is scaling problem? Scaling problem simply means once there was only 1,000 customers, but at some for some particular interval, the capacity increased to 10,000 and again it came down to 2,000. Okay, so what is happening? We have a scaling problem. Okay, we need servers only for that time whenever the customer is visiting. Okay, after that the resources are wasted, and we are just paying for that. We are not using the servers to their full extent, but we are paying for that. Okay, so this was the fifth problem, that is called scaling problem. Okay, means your business is suddenly growing, so you can't quickly add more servers, and if your server is shrinking, then in that case you cannot throw the servers or whatever software or hardware you have, you cannot throw it. Okay, because that is not in use. You have purchased, so you will keep it and you will have to maintain it also. Okay, then the last problem you can face is limited accessibility. Limited accessibility. What does this means? Simply you can say like if your employee can only access company resources. Okay, they cannot connect to the company resources from their home, because this is not a cloud service na, because this has been installed only to to their office environment only. So employee can only access the resources when they are present in the office. Okay, outside the office they cannot access that resource. So these are the problems we were facing in the traditional architecture, due to which due to which cloud computing came into existence. Okay, so now what is the cloud computing? Now you can imagine if like just like you rent any room. Okay, just like we rent any room. So instead of purchasing a whole like instead of purchasing like full house. Okay, instead of purchasing that full home, you can rent a house na, because if you are a single person, so you can rent house, it will cost you low and you will pay only when you will be there. Okay, so in a similar way, cloud computing does what? It solves all these problems. Just what it says, that you should not have to purchase any server, you have to not install any data server, you should not have any IT staff, nothing. Okay, I will provide you the server, I will provide you the data center. You have to only use it, and you have to only pay for whatever you are using. Okay, just like how much data we are using na, just like you pay for the data whatever you are using. You are getting let's say you are getting 2 GB per day data है ना, so you are using that data and for that data you are paying. Okay, if you will not recharge your phone or your yes, you will, if you will not recharge that number or with data, then you will not get any data. Okay, so in a similar way, what does cloud computing do? With cloud computing, you don't need to buy anything. Okay, you just have to rent that server. Okay, instead of buying this physical server, what we will do? We will rent these servers. Let me write this. The first thing is, in traditional architecture we were buying the servers, so here cloud computing says you have to rent the servers. Okay, whatever is required you have to just rent it. Okay, so there is a difference between buying and renting. Okay, now the second thing was the second problem, and now this cost problem will be solved because buying any server will cost more than renting any server. Okay, the second problem was time consuming. So as we don't have server on our physical place, okay, we don't have any servers on our physical space, so we we will not spend months or weeks to install or to maintain or to set up that server because we have rented, so it is already set up. Okay, so this is not time consuming. The cloud computing is not, you can say, time consuming because we are not wasting time on setups of servers because we are just renting it. Okay, now the wastage of server. So with cloud computing, you can use something called auto scaling. Okay, auto scaling simply means if you have 1000 customer, you will use the resources for 1000 customer. If you have 10,000 customers, so in that case the system will automatically increase the resources for 10,000 customers. Okay, if again the customer came down to 2000 persons or 2000 customers, so system will automatically decrease the resources for 2000 customers. Okay, so here there is no wastage of resources, no wastage of resources. Okay, then the next problem was maintenance. Okay, so how cloud computing solves this maintenance? As the cloud provider will take care of everything. Okay, if the server is crashed or server have any problem, they will fix it. Software needs any update, so they will update each and everything. Okay, they will do it. They will handle each and everything like electricity, security, cooling, each and everything whatever comes under the maintenance, the cloud provider will take care of it. Okay, so there is no maintenance headache. You need not to worry about any kind of maintenance. Okay, because it is the responsibility taken by the cloud provider. They will manage everything, they will maintain each and everything. You just need to focus on your business, not onto the maintenance. Okay, the next thing is scaling. Okay, so scaling we have seen the wastage in the wastage of resources. Scaling simply means if your business will grow, the resources will be automatically scaled. Okay, the resources will automatically be scaled, or you can say increased. Okay, simply you can say allows scaling. Okay, cloud computing allows scaling. On your single click, you can just increase your resources. Okay, you can simply increase your resources if your business is expanding, if your business is growing. So on your single click, you can just increase all the resources, okay, in the cloud computing. And if let's say you are in a loss and your business is shrinking, in that case also you can just decrease the resources. Okay, so auto scaling is also allowed, and you can scale on your own. Okay, so both are provided. Okay, the next thing is limited to accessibility, है ना? Limited accessibility, that means what? When we were having physical servers, so we can access that resources only in the only when we are present in the office environment. Okay, but when we are using cloud computing, we can access anywhere, na? Because we just only need to have internet. Okay, we just only need to have internet to access any kind of resources. So there is no limited accessibility. Okay, employee can simply access resources from their home also, or from anywhere outside the office campus also, they can access any resources. So no limited accessibility here. Okay, is this clear? Did you understand what was the traditional architecture and what was the problem with the traditional architecture, and how cloud computing solves all these problems?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here you can see simply same thing is written here, just in short paragraph. You can read it later. Now, the introduction of cloud computing. Simply, what is cloud computing? So we can see the definition of cloud computing is the combination of network with internet. It is a technology which is manipulating, configuring, and accessing the hardware and software resources remotely. So what we are doing, actually we are accessing the servers resources remotely. Okay, somewhere it is present physically, but you are accessing those resources remotely. Okay, remotely simply means the servers are some present at somewhere else, but you are accessing that resources from sitting at your home. Okay, or sitting at your office. Okay, the server is present in like USA or in Europe, but you are accessing that servers here at your home. Okay, so you are accessing those resources remotely. Okay, it offers online data storage, infrastructure, application. It is on demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. Okay, whatever is your demand, that depends on your demand. The cloud provider will provide you that resources. Okay, now can you tell me what is cloud? What is cloud? Can anybody tell me what is cloud?
Global network of remote servers in
Global
secure data
of
centers.
the remote servers. Okay. Is there anything else you can say about cloud? See, basically, when I am saying cloud, or you are seeing this cloud word, what it refers to? It simply refers to the servers. We are talking about here what? Cloud simply means we are talking about servers, we are talking about some storage, we are talking about here some databases or the softwares, okay, that you are accessing over the internet instead of from your local computer, or instead of some company server. You can say you are accessing it from internet. So okay, so that is only the cloud. The word cloud refers to the servers, or you can say storage, databases, software that you can access over the internet. Okay. And the example of cloud, can you give me some examples? I think you have used many of clouds in your daily life.
Google
some
Drive.
Yes, Google Drive.
OneDrive.
Hmm. Google Drive, OneDrive, Gmail, Netflix. Okay, we have so many applications that you are using as cloud. Okay, and now uh, let's come to this. So we have seen actually what are the advantages of cloud computing. Okay, they are just same what we have seen here. Okay, these are advantages only, na. These are the advantages that we have got from the traditional architecture. Okay, so these are same. Okay, so I am skipping this advantage. Now let me talk about this disadvantage of cloud computing. Okay, we have seen the problem in the traditional architecture, and from that problem we have seen advantages in cloud computing. But cloud computing also has some disadvantage. Okay, so let's see that disadvantage. Can you tell me what can be the disadvantages in the cloud computing? Can you think of any disadvantage in
Ma'am,
cloud
high
computing?
cost.
Yes,
Internet issues.
yes, internet issues, or okay. So very first thing is cost. Okay, so you can say ongoing cost. You can say what? Ongoing cost. Ongoing cost simply means what? While cost is cloud is saving your cost, है ना? But remember you have to pay continuously. Okay, because you are using these servers, so you have to pay continuously. Okay, so for some stable, or you can say long term workloads, buying your own architecture or own infrastructure will be actually cheaper than renting it. Okay, if you have like long term workload or you have some stable business, then in that case it is cheaper to have your physical servers instead of buying instead of renting these cloud services. Okay, then the next thing is what? Internet dependency. Okay, I think you can understand this point. Internet dependency. Okay, what does this mean? Simply, if you have internet, then you have each and everything in the cloud. Whatever cloud provider is providing, whatever cloud computing is providing, each and everything depends on internet. If you have internet, you have resources, you have servers, you have softwares, you have each and everything. But if you don't have internet, then in that case you are having nothing. Yes, so simply the disadvantage is everything depends on internet. Okay, the next thing is limited control. Limited control. What does this mean? Limited control means if you are using cloud services, then what you will have, whatever you can say you don't have physical servers on your place. Okay, you are not handling anything, so you have limited control over it, na? Okay, you can only uh, like you can say you have like limited control. Let's say if you have servers in your office, so you, in that case, you have complete control. You can access them, you can customize your hardware, you can do whatever you want, whatever is the requirement. You can implement any security measure, whatever you prefer. But with cloud, you can say you depend on the provider's policy only. Okay, whatever they will provide, you have to accept that. Okay, so you are totally depending on the provider's policy, and whatever capabilities they are providing, whatever resources they are providing, you are totally depend on that. Okay, you cannot walk into the data center and you can say check your server physically. Okay, because they are not present at your location. These cloud services, whatever the cloud providers are providing, they are not present at your location. So you cannot go to that server and change anything according to your own requirement. Okay, you have to accept whatever the cloud server is providing to you. Okay, so the point is you have limited control only. Then the third thing is, you can say, security and privacy concern also. Security and privacy concern. Can you explain me the disadvantage? If it is not secure, then why we are using the cloud computing services? See, we are saying that cloud is secure. Okay, that's why we are using it, na? But then also, what you are storing your sensitive data or your sensitive information on someone else server. Okay, so in that
So
case,
server might
there is
get
a
hacked.
security and privacy concern. Just like on Drive, you upload your data. Okay, let's say you have all your results. Okay, whatever you have, like documents, your personal documents, 10th documents, high school or intermediary or whatever post graduation. You have all these results, which is important for you and which is also a important document for you, but you are uploading it on where? Google Drive. Okay, so there may be a privacy concern. You are uploading your personal photos on the photos application, on the drive, on the cloud. Okay, so there may be a security and privacy concern, as they are saying, yes, I am providing you a secure services, but still there can be a problem, na? Because if you are giving someone, if you are uh, uploading your private or personal data on someone else server, there can be any privacy issue. There may come any privacy issue. If they are following it, then it's good, but if something happens, if someone has hacked their servers, then in that case your personal data will get leaked. Okay, so this is another disadvantage of cloud computing. Then the next thing is vendor lock-in. Vendor lock-in. Vendor lock-in means simply, this is, you can say, technical problem, but it is very important. Okay, let's say if you have once you have built your entire system uh, on a single on one cloud provider. Okay, let's say you have built your entire system on AWS. Okay, and now it will be very difficult for you to switch on to some other cloud provider. Okay, it will be very difficult for you to switch on to some other cloud provider. Okay, if you are, let's say, using uh, AWS for all your entire services, you have used that cloud services. Okay, your cloud provider is AWS, so it will become difficult for you to switch from AWS to some other cloud provider. Okay, so migration is very difficult here. Okay, you will be dependent on your vendor. Okay, whoever is providing you the services, you will be dependent on them only. Okay, so this is called vendor lock-in problem. Now, the next thing is downtime. Okay, downtime. Downtime means what? You can say, as this is very rare problem, or in you can say this is very rarely occur in the system. But if the servers, AWS servers, will crash, okay, or you can say if they have outages, okay, if they are working slow, then in that case what will happen? All your business, all your customer will go on. Okay, what will happen? Downtime means simply if the main cloud provider servers is not working, or they are down, they are at down, okay, or their server may crash, okay, then in that case what will happen? All your business, all your customers will face these problems. Okay, then the last disadvantage you can say is limited bandwidth. Limited bandwidth. Okay, what is limited bandwidth means? So transferring like large
Like
amount of data.
low bandwidth.
Hmm. Yes,
Ma'am,
low
low
bandwidth.
use low bandwidth.
Yes, this is I am
Limited
telling the
bandwidth.
disadvantage, na, disadvantage of cloud computing. What you want to say?
Okay.
Low band, with the
I
low
want to say
band.
that the limited bandwidth makes
Ah,
them low bandwidth is not working.
hmm.
The
No,
cloud is
actually,
not
if you
working all.
not low bandwidth, actually if you want to like transfer large amount of data, okay, from, so it will be expensive in the cloud. Okay, if you want to transfer some large amount of data from one place to another, so in cloud it will be very slow first, and it will be expensive also. Okay, both.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes. So you can take an example. Let's say if you have TBs of data. TB means I am talking about terabyte of data. Okay. So if you have this much large data and you have to upload it initially, so it might take days, or you can say weeks. Okay. Cloud providers sometimes charge for extra data transfer also. Okay. So which can add up, which will add up to your cost also. Okay. Cost may increase in this case also. So nowadays you are seeing each and everything has subscription and all everything. Okay, for each services you have to pay. Okay, so in a similar manner, just we are talking, if you have to like work on very you have to transfer very large data. So the disadvantage will be, firstly it will be slow, and the second thing will be it will be expensive. Okay, because it may happen that cloud service provider will charge you extra for transferring these data. Okay, so these are some disadvantages we have seen in the cloud computing. Okay, or you can have some more disadvantage also. The next thing is, you can say performance issue may also occur. Okay, you can say performance issue may also occur. Okay, for any application, let's say uh, you required high performance. Okay, so in that case, it may happen that the running on your own optimized or hardware might be better than using shared cloud resources. Okay, so performance issue may also occur because you are depending on the cloud provider's hardware, cloud provider's resources. So it may be possible you have to face these consequences. Okay, now the next thing is, is this clear? What is the disadvantage we are facing in cloud computing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now the next thing is type of clouds. Okay, type of clouds. What are the types of cloud? I think you
As
are
far as
AAS, PaaS, and SaaS. These are services, na? These are not type of cloud.
sorry, public, private, and hybrid.
Yes, yes, correct. Okay. So types of cloud is public, private and hybrid. We have three types of cloud. Okay, so the very first thing is public cloud. So as you can the name is suggesting, public cloud simply means the cloud whose infrastructure, or you can say they make each and everything general public over the internet. They make all the resources generally public over the internet. Anyone can sign up and start using that resources. Okay, you can think of it like it's just like multiple organizations share some physical resources or physical servers, cloud storage or network. Okay, but their data and application are kept separately. In that case you can say they are using public cloud. Okay, you will not see others company data, but the on that storage platform you can see multiple organizations are using the same servers. Okay, they don't know that they are using the same servers. Okay, but they are but on the cloud level if you see, you will see that they are using the same servers, they are using the same storage or the same network, but their data and their application are kept separately, securely. Okay, and some examples of public cloud you can say is AWS. Okay, which is the biggest cloud provider. Then you can say Microsoft Azure. Then you can say GCP. Okay, IBM Cloud. These are some examples of public cloud. You can just simply go and sign up, and then you can use their resources. Okay, and the public clouds have advantages like they have lowest cost. Okay, they have there you don't need to maintain everything, there is no maintenance, you don't need to worry about any hardware failures, any updates, any electricity, security bills. Okay, you don't have to handle anything, everything will be handled by the cloud provider only. Okay, here infinite scalability is also present. Scalability, simply I have said, if you have 100 customers, then in that case you will use the resources for 100 customer only. And if you have increased or expand your business to 1000 customers, then in that case it will automatically, or you can manually scale your resources to 1000 customers. And if you again goes down, if your business goes down, if you only have 500 customers per day, then in that case you can decrease your usage of resources. Okay, so you can scale up everything in the public cloud. Okay, and yes, it is like global availability. Okay, each and everything easy to start. You can simply create an account with just an email, you can use credit card in minutes, and you can use these cloud services easily. Okay, these public clouds are easily accessible. Okay, as I have given you example that AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM, these are some examples that is type of public cloud. Okay, I think here it, yes, you can see here. Right? These are some examples which is written, which comes under the public cloud. Okay, so here what is written, public cloud is open to all the store and access information through internet using the pay per usage method. Pay per usage method means simply whatever resources you are using, only you have to pay for that only. Okay, in public cloud, computing resources are managed and operated by cloud service provider. Okay, so whoever is your provider, cloud service provider, that each and everything is operated by them. If you are using AWS, then in that case AWS will take care of everything. If you are using GCP, then in that case GCP will take care of everything. Okay, Then we have some advantages and disadvantages of public cloud. Okay, so I have told you this is lower cost, okay, easier to integrate, there is no need to worry about any maintenance. Okay, this is location independent. Then the disadvantage of public cloud is what? Public cloud is less secure because resources are shared publicly. Of course, okay, as we are sharing the same resources, we are sharing the same servers. So of course, this can be less secured. Okay. Performance depends upon the high speed internet network linked to the cloud provider. Okay, so performance will simply depend on whatever the internet speed you have. Okay, then client has no control of data. Client does not have any control of data, less control. Okay, here where you have limited control over your data, where you exactly store your data, you have limited control there. Okay, which is, you can say, here like you have to trust on the provider to do it. Okay, you have to, whatever they are providing, you can just use it, you cannot modify it according to you. Okay, just like let's say if you are uploading any document on the drive, so whatever services they have provided on the drive, you can just use that only. You cannot like modify your, or you cannot customize according to your own requirement. Okay, whatever services they have provided, that you can share uh, to some people. You can just share your document either in the editor mode, either in the viewer mode. So you have only two options now. You don't you cannot customize the third option. Okay, so whatever they are providing, you have to just use it. So there is no control of data. Okay, next we have private cloud. What is private cloud? So private cloud is simply cloud infrastructure, which is also known as, here written, it is also called as internal or corporate cloud. It is used by organization to build and manage their own data servers centers internally or by third party. Okay, public cloud uh, can be divided into two parts, that is on premise and outsourced private. Okay, on premise means simply what? We have servers in your premises. Okay, and outsource means what? Outsource means what? Can anybody tell me what is the outsource private servers?
One third party.
Hmm. Hmm. Third
Third
party.
party cloud services.
You are just like you are using, or you can say third party provider, which is managing your infrastructure on your behalf, है ना? It is like hosted private cloud, you can say, which is managed by some other party. Okay, yes. So what
Right.
are, yes, what are the advantages here? Here you will have maximum security, of course, because the biggest disadvantage of the private cloud is you have maximum security, because since your infrastructure is not shared, okay, with others, so security risk are minimal. Okay, there is a uh, like these this is a crucial for organizations such as like where for banks, है ना, for hospital, for government agencies, or you can say defense organizations. Okay, these are some examples where they use private cloud. Okay, now you have complete control. Okay, why do you have complete control? Because hardware choices, policy, security policies, network configuration, or data location, each and everything, you can customize your infrastructure according to you. Okay, exactly where whatever is needed, you can customize it, because you have on premises and outsourced private cloud. Okay, because you have your own, you can just say you have your own servers. Okay, so you can uh, customize it accordingly. Okay, better performance, since the resources is not shared. Okay, you can get consistent or better performance. Okay, excellent performance you can say, because there is no noisy neighbor, there is no other people who are sharing your resources, or who are sharing your internet, you are resourcing, who are sharing your storage. Okay, there is no other person, only you are using that resources. So in that case, your performance will be much better than the public cloud. Okay, then the next thing is the organization has full control. This is the same thing, it is suitable for organization that requires separate cloud for their personal use, and data security is priority. Okay, so this is simply the same point that we have seen. Next thing is, what is the disadvantage here? Disadvantage of private cloud is it is high cost. The first thing, it should be high cost, because you have your own servers, you are maintaining it, you are managing it. Okay, skilled people are required to manage and operate your cloud services. So this is, so first thing is you have to pay, है ना? This is high cost here. Then limited scalability problem will occur, because unlike your public cloud where resources are virtually, na, where resources are virtually present, and that resources are unlimited. Okay, but in private cloud you have limited, because you have purchased your own hardware, you have purchased your own physical servers. So in that case, you need to scale beyond your capacity. Okay, so that if there is any extra accessibility is required, any extra uh, server is required, any extra resources is required, so that it may present uh, immediately on that requirement. Okay, if you will on the requirement, if you are going to purchase that resources, so it may take uh, time to set up all these servers. Okay, so you have to be ready for all these extra resources. Okay, so you have to purchase it beforehand. Okay, next thing is maintenance problem. Okay, if you have each and everything at your home, at your premises, so you have to maintain it all. Also the same problem we are facing in traditional, we are seeing here also. Okay, so here private cloud is not suitable for organization that have high user base, and organization that do not have pre-built infrastructure, where the organization don't have any pre-built infrastructure, they don't have a sufficient manpower, they are manpower to maintain or manage the cloud. They should not use this private cloud, instead they should use public cloud. Okay, next thing is hybrid cloud. What is hybrid cloud? So hybrid cloud is just a combination of both the public and private. Okay, so as this is the combination of both of these type of cloud, so it is partially secure, because the services which are running on public cloud can be accessed by anyone, while the services which are running on the private cloud can be accessed only by the organization's user. Okay, so this is simple to understand. Okay, there is nothing to explain here. The example of hybrid cloud is Google application. Okay, you are using Gmail, you are using Google Apps, you are using Google Drive. So these are hybrid cloud. Okay, Office 365, Amazon Web Services, these are hybrid cloud. These are type of hybrid cloud. Then what is the advantages? So there is, I think, the same advantages: flexibility, cost optimization, you can say, scalability with security you will get. Okay, and modernization can also be done at your pace. Okay, so the same thing is there. I think there is no need to explain these advantages and disadvantages, you can just read it. Okay, is there any problem with this? You can read it on your own, or should I
Yes, ma'am.
explain each
We can.
point?
No.
Okay, now let's come to the next point. This is community cloud. Okay, what is community cloud? Can you explain me what is community cloud? Please tell me. Here it is written. You can read it and explain me what is community cloud. Okay, nobody knows. So simply, you can say community cloud is that type of cloud infrastructure where you can say they share exclusively, or you can say by several organizations that have some common type of concern. Okay, so many organization may have some common type of concern. So in that case, uh, they will use the same cloud. Okay, so many organization is using the same cloud, just you can say maybe similar security requirement they need. Okay, maybe some compliances they need, or maybe some may have similar type of missions. In that case, they will use the same type of same community cloud. Okay, just like you can say, you can see here, community cloud allows system and services to be accessible by a group of several organizations to share the information between organization and specific community. It is owned and managed, operated by one or more organization in the community. Okay, if the example is healthcare community cloud. Okay, simply it simply means, you can say, if you are like what example can I give here? You can say multiple families, just like we have one residential complex. Okay, where there are multiple families, they share the same residential complex, but it's not open to everyone. Okay, you can say it is not open to everyone, but only accessible to the families which is residing inside that residential complex. Okay, so in a similar manner, this cloud communities, community cloud is present. Okay, is it okay? Do you understand this community cloud?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. You can say like universities sharing some educational cloud, or you can say banks sharing some financial services cloud. Okay, so many so in that case they share the same cloud. Okay, some kind of resources they share on the same cloud, so there is a community here. Okay, the advantages are same. The community cloud is cost effective because the whole cloud is being shared by several organizations or communities. As so many communities or so many organizations are using, so each and every organization is bearing that cost. Okay, the cost is divided among all of the organization. Okay, so it is cost sharing. Then you can say industry specific compliance. Community cloud is suitable for organization that want to have collaborative cloud with more security features than the public cloud. Okay, if you want to have more security features which is not present in public cloud, then in that case you can use community cloud. It is designed to meet a specific industry regulation, you can say, or simply uh, here you can say any like same type of organization if they are having same common purpose. Okay, if they are having some common purpose, so in that case they will use the same cloud to share the resources. Okay, it provides better security than the cloud public cloud. Okay, because the community only working in the particular mission. Okay, let's say these organization 1, organization 2, and there is 3 organization na? So let's say these 3 organization is working on some mission. Okay, so only these 3 organization will share the cloud. Okay, no other organization can share this resources, can share this servers. Their servers cannot be accessed by any other organization. Only these three organization and the members of these three organization will only access the resources of this cloud. Okay, so in this way, you can say it provides better security than the public cloud, because in public cloud anyone can access the resources, but here only the person who is authorized, only that person or that organization can access the resources. Okay, it provides collaborative and distributive environment, so it is just simpler. Okay, because each and everyone is working in collaboration, so they can only access or environment, and there is a distributive environment because it is distributed in between all these three organizations. Okay, then community cloud allows us to share cloud resources, infrastructure and other capabilities among the, this is the same point. Okay, the next thing is disadvantage. What is the disadvantage of this community cloud is limited. You can say community cloud is not a good choice for every organization. Okay, it is not good a choice for every organization. Okay, so as here, whoever is like required, who is working on that some particular mission or some vision, only they should use the community cloud. Okay, otherwise their resources can also be can also be put on that cloud and anyone can access their resources. Okay, so here, yeah, security may be like you can say here the security will security and privacy concern may occur. Okay, security features are not good as private cloud. Here in community cloud, security features are good from the public cloud, but if you will compare it with private cloud, it is not good as private cloud. Okay, it is suitable if there is no collaboration. Sorry, it is not suitable if there is no collaboration. Okay, if you are not in collaboration, then it is not suitable for you to use this community cloud. The fixed amount of data storage and bandwidth is shared among all community members. Okay, so this point is, I think, clear. There is a fixed amount of data storage which is given to each and every member of the community cloud. They can use the same data storage and with the same bandwidth. Okay, they are given the fixed amount of bandwidth, so they can share the resources among the community members. So this was all about the uh, cloud computing and the types of cloud. Is this clear? Is there any problem in this?
Unclear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now next we have to say this cloud computing reference model, how cloud infrastructure works. Okay, so this is the model on which this cloud infrastructure works. Okay, so we will see this tomorrow because this is also very big. We have to see each and every layer. Okay, these are some cross sectional layer and there we have 5 layers. Okay, and then this is a vertically we have 3 layers. Okay, this is physical layer, virtual layer, control layer, service orchestration layer, service layer. Okay, so we'll see this cloud infrastructure with one example, how all these layers work one by one. Okay, we'll see it tomorrow. Then after that, we'll see this cloud computing environment, all these 3 type of services, IaaS, then we have PaaS, then we have SaaS. No? So we'll see all these tomorrow.
अब कल सॉरी मार अटेंडेंस के लिए नहीं आया था मैसेज.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yes, actually, I